like fantasy, but also there is a part of romance. How did you like balance the two parts? Also to not like do something like give to the romance part maybe some more importance than the others, so they're like balanced.
So this is another question that I get quite a lot because romantasy is so popular at the moment. And people laughed yesterday because I said I was never a big dragon person. I was also never a big romantasy reader. Not that I have anything against it, but it's not what I read the most and it's not what I write naturally. So I didn't have to make too much of an effort to balance out the main plot with the romance element. And I think now in English we have romantasy and then we have fantasy with a romance subplot. And I think the romance fits perfectly into the main plot, but it was always going to be very much the B plot to the story rather than the A plot. And so I don't think I had to, I think it happened quite naturally, that the love story aspect was a natural part, and I wouldn't want to have written the book without it, but it wasn't difficult for me to balance them because Viv is very focused on the massive task that she has in this book.
Because now there's a lot of romantasy, but I remember when I was young there was fantasy with romance, that there was the romance was more a B plot, like you said, and that was more also interesting because fantasy has a big part of it. And thinking about that I'm very happy that in your book it has still maybe a little bit more predominance, the fantasy part.
And publishers tend to call a slow romantic plot a slow burn.
Yeah.
And I think I've read a couple of people who have said some reviews who have said, oh, this is too slow burn. But I think there's just a natural part of what happens when it's not. Obviously when the romance is part of the main plot, it's really important to the story, and it is important to this story, but it isn't the main focus.
Seguici per scoprire tutte le novità di Lucca Comics and Games.